Amina lay on the cold floor, shivering in the dark room. Her heart raced as she hugged her knees, trying to stop shaking. The door was locked, and she could still hear Chief Obi's cruel laughter echoing in the hallway. Her phone was gone, and no one had come when she screamed. How had her life come to this? Everything had fallen apart so quickly. "Please don't hurt me," she cried softly. Amina had once been a bright, hopeful girl. She grew up in a small village, the daughter of parents who worked hard and believed in the power of education. They sacrificed everything to send her to university in the city, hoping she would become a doctor or teacher and bring honor to the family. At first, Amina stayed focused. She attended all her classes, studied hard, and made good friends. But over time, she started to feel different from some of the other girls. They wore expensive clothes, carried the latest phones, and drove fancy cars. Amina, in her simple outfits, felt out of place. Some girls teased her, calling her a village girl. One day, Zainab, one of the glamorous girls, approached her. "Why are you struggling so much? You're smart, Amina, but you don't have to live like this. You deserve nice things too. Look at you, hiding your beautiful body shape in these old-fashioned clothes when you should be wearing the latest designs. Shine your eyes, there's no reward for being modest." Amina tried to ignore Zainab's words, but they stuck with her. The pressure to fit in began to weigh on her. Slowly, she drifted away from her old friends and spent more time with Zainab and her crowd, who made life seem easy, glamorous, and exciting. Before long, Zainab introduced Amina to wealthy men who visited the campus. "These men can give you anything you want if you know how to treat them," Zainab said. Amina was hesitant, remembering her parents' values, but the temptation of nice clothes, money, and a better life was too strong. She decided to go along. Her first encounter was with a businessman. He bought her gifts, new clothes, the latest phone, and gave her money. It felt like her life changed overnight. She started skipping classes, going to clubs, and taking weekend trips with her new friends. It felt like she was living the life she had always dreamed of, but deep down, something didn't feel right. One night, Zainab introduced her to Chief Obi, a politician. He was older, rich, and powerful, and he seemed to take a special interest in her. "You're different from the rest," he told her. "I can give you a life you've never imagined." His words made her feel special, like she finally belonged in this new world. Chief Obi invited Amina to spend the weekend with him at his mansion outside the city. She was excited but nervous. The drive to the mansion was quiet, and the farther they drove from the city, the darker and lonelier the roads became. Amina tried to make conversation, but Chief Obi gave short, cold responses. Her excitement turned to unease. When they arrived, the mansion was large and beautiful, but there was something unsettling about it. It felt cold and empty. Chief Obi led her inside and showed her a lavish sitting room. "Wait here," he said, and left her alone. Hours passed, and he didn't return. Amina grew more anxious. She walked around the room, trying to calm herself, but the silence of the house made her nervous. Looking out the window into the garden, she saw something move in the shadows. Her heart raced. She pulled away from the window, feeling trapped. Finally, Amina decided to look for him. As she walked down the dark hallway, she noticed a door slightly open. She peered inside. The room was empty except for a single chair in the middle. The floor had strange stains on it. Fear gripped her chest. She turned to leave, but Chief Obi was standing right behind her. "Looking for something?" he asked, his voice cold and threatening. His smile was gone. Before Amina could answer, he grabbed her arm tightly and dragged her down the hall to a room that looked like a hospital. Two men dressed like doctors were waiting inside. She tried to resist, but his grip was too strong. he shoved her into the room and locked the door. The men grabbed her, injected her with something, and harvested some of her eggs. Hours later, Amina woke up, groggy and in pain. She realized something had been taken from her, but she was thankful to be alive. For days, she cried for help, but no one came. Chief Obi visited her sometimes, his kindness replaced by cruelty. He mocked her, saying, "You're lucky the client didn't require me to kill you. You girls think you can take shortcuts to wealth without consequences." Amina realized too late that she had made a terrible mistake. After nearly a week, Chief Obi finally let her go. Without a word, he unlocked the door and left. Shaken and scared, Amina ran from the mansion and found her way back to the city. When she returned to the university, nothing felt the same. The bright, hopeful girl she once was had been replaced by someone broken by shame and fear. She had chased after a life of luxury and excitement, but ended up losing herself in the process. She soon discovered that Zainab was part of Chief Obi's scheme and had lured other girls to him for organ harvesting. Amina's story spread through the university, serving as a warning to other girls. It became a lesson about the dangers of wanting too much too fast. Peer pressure, wealth, and material things might seem appealing, but they often come at a high price. Amina slowly tried to rebuild her life. She returned to her studies, though the scars of her experience would remain with her forever. She had learned the hard way that no amount of money or luxury could replace the value of integrity, hard work, and self-respect. Life can be hard, but shortcuts often lead to pain. Amina hoped others would take her story to heart and make wiser choices.